Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible to you. Okay. Okay. So, last class, we were discussing about the hydrologic cycle. Okay. Now, I hope everyone is clear with the hydrologic cycle. So now, after learning the hydrologic cycle, we have some, the hydrologic cycle. It can also be, represented as a system. Okay, the hydrologic cycle, it can be, represented by as a system. There are some, it consists of some like connected parts are there, and the whole hydrologic cycle, it can be, divided into three systems. Okay, three subsystems or three systems, you can say. So here we are having the block diagram of the this global hydrologic cycle. Okay, so here basically, actually, what this system representation it gives, actually, it is divided into three, as I already said, three subsystems. So the number one subsystem, it is your like the atmosphere. Okay, the atmospheric arc, you can see, or the atmospheric water. And the second one is the related to the hydrosphere, that is water. Okay, surface water. And the third component, or the third representation system, it is your lithosphere, basically the surface water on the land, whatever is happening in the ground. So that is your lithosphere. Okay, so what is happening is that in the atmospheric water system, okay, so it is consisting, or it is containing, the process that is involving, precipitation, you can say, then evaporation, okay, then this transpiration, okay, and interception. So all these four processes are occurring in the atmospheric water system. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, thank you. Okay, so so what I was telling was that this atmospheric water system, it is containing the processes that are involving your precipitation, then your evaporation, then transpiration, and your interception. Okay, so these four processes are occurring in the atmospheric water system. Then comes your then comes your hydrosphere. Okay, hydrosphere of the arc, that is, the surface water. So in this surface water system, or the hydrosphere system, so here it includes the, or it contains the processes of, you can say, like overland flow or surface runoff. Okay, so these two, overland flow and surface runoff, these are happening in the hydrosphere part of this, or hydrosphere arc of the globe. Okay, then the third one, and the third system of your hydrologic cycle, it is your lithosphere of the globe. Okay, or lithosphere arc of the globe. So here basically the it consists of, or it includes or contains the processes of, you can say, infiltration is happening here, seepage is happening here, then groundwater, then you can say this groundwater research is happening, then groundwater flow is happening, and these all are flowing towards the rivers, or you can say sea or ocean. Okay, and all these things are happening in the lithosphere water system, or lithosphere arc of this globe. Okay, so all these three, the whole hydrologic cycle that you have seen, the schematic or diagram or the schematic representation of this hydrologic cycle, so it can also be represented as a system. So basically the same thing, but here only we are just showing that there are three subsystems of the hydrologic cycle. So this is basically about the system representation of the hydrologic cycle. Okay. So next we come to the next the same module, but then another topic that is related to hydrometeorology. Okay, so hydrometeorology basically you can say, or it is the study of moisture. It is the study of moisture in the atmosphere. Okay, and what it includes? It includes every forms of precipitation. You can say whether it is a rainfall, it is ice, it is snow. So all forms of precipitation. Okay, and this hydrometeorology also you can define it as suppose a branch of hydrology, which is it is dealing with the water. So same thing, it is a study of moisture, you can say, in the atmosphere, or it is the you can say it deals with the study of the water in the atmosphere. Okay, so this hydrometeorology, you can say it is a part of the hydrology which concerns with the atmosphere and also the surface water. So whatever study it is relating to the study of moisture in the atmosphere, or it is a hydrology which deals with the water with the atmosphere, or it is the part of the hydrology which is it is deals with the atmosphere and the surface water. It is known as your hydrometeorology. Okay, now in hydrometeorology, to study all this, to study the hydrometeorology, we need some instruments. Okay, there are some hydrometeorological instruments, and we have to know the name and also the work of each of these instruments. Okay, so the number one instrument is your the minimum and maximum thermometer. So from the name itself, the maximum and minimum thermometer, it is like indicating what? It is indicating the highest temperature and the lowest temperature. Okay, so we have in the same thermometer we are having the lowest temperature this temperature also, and the highest temperature also. So like these thermometers, it is placed like in a very horizontal position, so that there is there it doesn't there is the indexes are there, so this indexes it doesn't move like uh, by its weight. Okay, so it is this thermometer, it is placed in a very horizontal position. So this is about your maximum and minimum thermometer. Then comes the soil thermometer. From the name itself you can understand that this is a thermometer which is used to measure the temperature of the soil. Okay, then in the soil thermometer we have we have a mercury bulb. Okay, we have a bulb type shape of thing which is filled with mercury, and it is placed at the we have capillary tube. Okay, the capillary tube at the end of its like this long bent capillary tube, where the bent portion is there in the capillary tube. At the end of it, the mercury bulb, it is placed in the ground. Okay, so that is about your soil thermometer. Then comes your psychrometer. Okay, so psychrometer basically it is used to measure the humidity. Okay, so psychrometer it is used to measure the humidity, and this psychrometer it consists of your like two types of bulbs are there, which is your number one is your wet bulb and the other one is your dry bulb. So two types of bulbs are there. Okay, so next is about your this wind vanes and anemometer. Okay, anemometer. So this like the we have to measure the velocity of the wind. Okay, so how to measure the wind velocity? It is like it is measured by this wind vanes. Okay, so the velocity it is measured by wind vanes, and also there is another instrument which is known as your cup anemometer. So with the help of these two things, wind vanes and anemometer, so the wind velocity it is measured. Okay, and the if it is asked, or if it is said that which is the most accurate or which is the most common measurement that is used or it is done by people, so that is your cup anemometer. So anemometer it is the like it is the accurate method of measurement of this wind velocity. Okay, so then we have your next is evaporimeters. Okay, so evaporimeters, again from the name, you can know that it is an instrument which is used to measure evaporation. Okay, so evaporation is measured by evaporimeters, and this commonly there is one commonly used evaporimeters which is known as your pitch evaporimeter. Okay, then there are many, like there are Colorado sunken pan, then we have some geological this floating pan. So these are some of the names. Then ISI standard pan is there. Then the US Weather Bureau class is there. So all these things are some of the common like evaporimeters which are being used. Okay, and the most common that is used in the in India is it is the US Weather Bureau class a pan evaporimeter. Okay, so the pan evaporimeter it is the most commonly used evaporimeter in India. Okay. Then next is your about rain gauge. So rain gauge, I hope everybody knows that this is this rain gauge. It is used to measure the rainfall. Okay, and there are different types of rain gauges are available. So like the names are, I hope everybody has got already. It is Simon's non-recording rain gauge is there. Then tipping bucket rain gauge is there. Then weighing bucket rain gauge is there. Then siphon rain gauge is there. So there are different types of rain gauges that are available in the market. And the most commonly used to of rain gauge is used to measure the rainfall. It is your Simon's rain gauge. Okay, and it is recommended by IMD, that is your Indian Meteorological Department. So it is the most commonly used rain gauges that are used. Then next is your 14th barometer. So barometer, I hope everybody, this one also, you know that 14th barometer, or simply it is a barometer, it is used to measure the pressure. Okay, the pressure, that is exerted by the atmosphere, it is measured by your 14th barometer. And this barometer, it is consisting of an inverted like U-shaped this like U-shaped thing is there, and it is filled with mercury. Okay, so this again the instrument, like which is it is recording the variation of this pressure or atmospheric pressure with time. It is known as your barograph. Okay, that is the instrument that is recording the variation of this atmospheric pressure with time. It is known as your barograph. Okay, and like when there is another term which is known as your isobar. So isobar is what, like when the atmospheric pressure it is equal at all the places, or like you can say when this points of equal atmospheric pressure, these are if you join the points of this equal atmosphere, so it is known as your isobar. So there will be a curve. It is a kind of a curve, which is this curve is known as your isobar. Okay. Then next is your pyranometer and radiometer. Okay, pyranometer and or pyranometer and radiometer. So these instruments, this both pyranometer and radiometer, these are used to measure the radiation. Okay, these are used to measure the radiation. So this pyranometer basically it is used to measure the solar radiation that are of short wave. Okay, these are measuring the solar radiation that are of these whose wavelength are very short. Okay, and this your here in this pyranometer, what is happening? It consists of a like it consists of a circular plate it is containing, which is, mounted with a something of a glass tube. Okay, and this plate, it is also again divided into some different portions, or there are three portions that is divided. So there is again a central white spot is there, then a middle black ring is there, and a outer white ring is there. Okay, so later if I can, I will show you the picture of a pyranometer. Okay, so again, this radiometer, it is also the same thing, but here what is happening, that the whatever radiation it is coming, or the radiation it is going out, so it is measured like without any giving any there is no like what I can say, there is no filters. Okay, there is no filters. Like in case of a pyrometer, there it is consisting of a lime glass is there, so which filters out the radiation. So here in this radiometer, there are no filters, and the total radiation which is coming in and which is going out, it is measured without a filter, and that is known as your radiometer. So the same things are there, but pyrometer, it consists of a this filter media, that is a lime glass is there. Okay, so next is your sunshine recorder. So sunshine recorder also, it is a like it is an instrument that is, used to measure the sunshine. Okay, in the daytime it is used to measure the sunshine. So okay, next is your. Okay, so these are the instruments which are used for, measuring all the hydrometeorological this components. Okay, so next comes your vertical structures of the earth. So vertical structures of the earth, it is everyone knows this one. We have what are the layers of the atmosphere? We have troposphere, we have stratosphere, then we have mesosphere, then ionosphere. Okay, so all these things we have. So we have to, like troposphere, it is the, it is the lowest layer. Okay, from the ground surface, from the ground, above the ground, what layer we have, it is the troposphere. Okay, and the elevation of this troposphere is about 8 kilometer. Okay, and here only all these, the aeroplanes and all in this troposphere itself, it flies. Okay, and here the, the this it has a very, very steep lapse rate, that is here the temperature, it changes with altitude. Okay, then we have a tropopause, the line, which is separating the troposphere and the stratosphere. So this line, it is known as a tropopause. So it is the layer above the this troposphere. Okay, and this tropopause, it has a height that is varying from 8 kilometer. Okay, and also 10 kilometer from the equator. Okay, so this here in the tropopause, what is happening, the temperature, it is, very constant. It is constant in the tropopause. Then above the tropopause, we are having the stratosphere. So stratosphere, basically it is the third layer of the this above the tropopause, and it is like it is having an altitude of 10 kilometer, and to a maximum of, you can say, 45 kilometer. Okay, and here this temperature here, it is increasing. Okay, and also it contains, very little moisture content is there, and dust is here. Okay, and here, this dust, which it can be brought by some major, you can say, volcanic eruption can be happening. Okay, then above here stratosphere, we are having the mesosphere. So mesosphere, here also the temperature, it is first initially at the temperature, it is high, and then when you go on increasing its altitude, the temperature will certainly decreases. Okay, so initially the temperature is high, and then with the increase of of this altitude, the temperature, it decreases. So initial high temperature, it is, due to some this selective absorption of some ultraviolet radiation from the that is coming from the sun. Okay, then the last one is your ionosphere. So basically, this layer, it is at a height of 80 kilometer, and you can see from the diagram, it is above 80 kilometer above the Earth's surface. So here, basically the pressure is very low at this zone, and here the ionization is happening here. Then your ionosphere, it is again divided into some number of layers with some that have some electrical properties it has, and it has a very different intensities. So this ionosphere, this layer, it merges with the outermost layer, outermost shell of the earth, that is your exosphere. Okay, so this ionosphere, it can also be termed as thermosphere. Okay, so ionosphere, it is also known as thermosphere. So what these names are, it is same. Okay, and these the two layers we have, like this tropopause and the stratosphere. So this tropopause and the stratosphere, they are both together, it is known as your ozonosphere. Okay, so these tropopause and stratosphere, these are together, it is known as your ozonosphere. Okay, so this is about the vertical structures of the atmosphere. So up to here we will do today. Okay, then next class we will be going to another topic. Okay, so I hope up to here it is clear to you. Not very tough. These things you already know. Just the repetition of these things. Okay, then you give your attendance in the WhatsApp group. Okay, everyone, you give your attendance in the WhatsApp group. Okay, then thank you. You may leave the meeting.